So talking about the other side of the coin, healthy drink options, smoothies and juices, like are those part of the Nutritarian program? Do you need them? And why would you choose a smoothie over a juice or a juice over a smoothie? Which is better?
Well, it's always better to chew the salad with your teeth and not have it. But we don't want to drink liquids. We want to mix it with saliva. So the smoothies I call a blended salad. It's a way I don't have the time to get my salad into me, so I'm going to put it into a blender, and I'll blend it with a little bit of berries or a cut up apple in there, because I'll drink my salad, or I'll eat it with a spoon because I don't have time to eat a salad today. So that's a blended salad or a smoothie. I wouldn't be making fruit smoothies. There's no advantage to smooth smoothies. They're a carbohydrate. They should be mixed with saliva and chewed. And then there's juicing, and I won't recommend fruit juices. Like we make the carrot beet green juice, like bok choy, celery, cabbage, and some carrot and beet, which sweeten it enough. We don't have to add an apple to it. We can add a little lemon to it, or people can add some ginger to it, right? So we're drinking juice once in a while just because we're getting some good nutrients into us. But those aren't important for us to drink the juices because our diet's relatively good. But for some of my people I advise, their diet has been bad for so long that I want to build up the level of the nutrients in their cells faster. And by having them take a glass of juice once or twice a day, I can get the level of nutrients in their tissues built up quicker to help me fight and defend against their autoimmune disease or their cancer, to help them get back to enhance disease recovery or disease reversal. But in the long run, we're eating so healthy, we don't have to keep juicing all the time. But I do have a lot of guests and patients who I'm doing advise to juice for that reason.
Right. You're trying to get their antioxidants
up in the tissue faster.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So there's some benefits on the antioxidant component from a juice, but otherwise, if you just eat a healthy diet, it's not absolutely vital.
Well, these people, let's say you're a person who has been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah.
I'm going to feed you all these nutrients in your diet, but you're not going to have the appetite and the calories to feel like eating another 5 carrots, another 2 peppers, another 2 beets, and another handful of greens. You can't eat all that food. But by putting it into a juice, I just got you eat another pound of vegetables, another pound of vegetable nutrients into your body each day.
Right.
So I increase the amount of vegetables you can consume each day, which then increase the amount of nutrients I transmit into your cells every day. So I was able to get more nutrients into you, but you couldn't have eaten all that food. It's too filling. So it makes it so you're able to eat more nutrients in your tissues when you're nutrient deprived like that. You need the nutrients.
And those nutrients are going to fight disease.
Going to fight the cancer.
Yeah.
We can't wait to a year till your level of nutrients get high enough to fight the cancer. I got to have the nutrients in your tissues building up in the next few weeks to fight this cancer, or to get well from your lupus.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about protein powders? I know you recommend your protein powder that has nuts and seeds, beans, greens in it for elderly and highly active individuals. Is that right?
I think 3 categories of people.
Okay.
Mostly as we get older, we absorb less protein. And like me, I'm a 70-year-old, but I'm highly active, meaning I'm going a lot of downhill skiing, I'm lifting weights and doing things. As a person ages, their bioavailability of protein goes down. And for me, it's just about I don't have much appetite. I don't want to eat any more food. So putting a little protein powder in, it makes it so I'm not overeating. So as you get older, yes. And you're doing more, especially very active. And as you get to past 80 years old, yes, it's helpful to help maintain muscle mass and bone, size with aging on a plant-based diet, And the other people is that the heavy, serious athlete, right?
Mm-hmm. And I do want people to know what 70 can look like. We're going to hit the gym one of these episodes.
3 episodes? Why don't we do that next time? Maybe we should do 2 episodes in the gym just to do some exercise podcasts.
Maybe, but I just want people to see what 70 can look like, how you're so fit, you ski, you play tennis, you lift weights, you have a 6-pack. So for all the people that just say vegans are not fit or too skinny and frail, I just really want to show what that looks like. So.
Well, their perception of what's normal has been thrown off by everybody being too large and too big.
Mm-hmm.
You
Which can be lifespan inhibiting.
Fit and lean for longer life.